J Drone here. What's going on, guys? We got this LBLA foldable drone, and we got a square oddball box controller, but very well labeled. I do like that. More companies should be labeling their controllers for beginners and for people who also may not be able to remember all the buttons. This will be a first-time flight here. I haven't looked at the instructions just because of how well labeled this is. So we got the battery charged. The battery does go in here. We'll slide it out. That's what the battery looks like. You charge it with like a micro USB. Basically what most Android phones run off of to charge. And bam, so set that like that. There is a little headlight in front of here that is not a camera. I'm not seeing any other LED lights, so maybe that's the only LED light that we have on here. We do have little nubbies, little cushiony nubs underneath the motors there. I'm gonna go ahead and put that there, and I guess we'll start. So let's hold that. Got that. We have a red light in the rear, white light in the front. Epic. We're gonna turn this on. Come on. There we go. Okay, so just short pass it. I think it's already automatic mount. You don't have to throttle up and throttle down. Altitude hold drone. Let's see if down and out will start the motors. See if hold down or shut them down, hold down or shut them off. One key takeoff, one key landing. One key takeoff. Let's bring it back over here. And ooh, that's a quick landing. One key landing is going to land very quickly. It's not going to come down slowly. Speed switches here. Right here, guys, that's your speed switch. Your flip buttons here. Long press to stop. Let's see if long press to hold will work. That will not work. So we'll down and out. We'll go up. First speed setting here. This thing is pretty pitchy, so I like that. A lot of the times we see our first speed setting where we don't have hardly any pitch, and this thing has some pitch. It has nice yaw rate, so I'm definitely excited to see what this is going to do in the next speed rate. So let's go ahead and just kind of sit it there. And again, red light in the rear, white light in the front. Definitely a fan of that. Let's go ahead and press. We are in our second speed setting now. Now we've gained even more pitch, which I like, and I think this thing might have 3 speed settings. There's your yaw rate. You can definitely do some little funnels with this. So this is definitely a very, very portable, fun flyer. Even if you didn't want to put an all-in-one camera, which I plan on putting an all-in-one camera on this if it could hang, and I think it's going to be able to hang. This is something that maybe you want to take if you travel. You want to fly it just in your hotel room if you go, or maybe you want to fly it in the house to bug the cat or the dog. Super cheap too. It's not going to break the bank. Bam. Okay, let's see. I think this has a 3rd speed rate. If it does, this is going to be epic. 1, 2, 3. We do have 3 different speed rates. So we'll show you the rocking horse. We'll show you the left to right. Left to right's nice. So this thing definitely has speed. Left to right, left to right. Try to do a little rocking horse here. Little delayed rocking horse so you could see. And then we'll try to do, well, we'll show you the yaw. Let's see the yaw. So we don't have a crazy, super crazy yaw, which is good because that's a little hard to control. But there's a little look at your funnels. There's a little look at your funnels. We'll try to get a little bit closer to you. Bam. A little look at the funnels there, guys. It's definitely a funneler. Definitely a fun flyer. And again, it is altitude hold. So let's see. I'm just controlling this way. It is maintaining altitude. Let's go ahead and drop it down. It's maintaining altitude very nicely. And I'm actually not touching it right now. There's hardly any breeze, and it's for the most part staying there. It is drifting a little bit. I think the wind's actually blowing the direction that it's going in, so it's getting a little bit of drift from the wind. But this is definitely going to be a nice AIO candidate. Mildly test the range, go up to the Impala, and then come back. Woo! Just about smoked that tree. Actually, I want to test the range. I want to test the range further than that. So we're gonna walk up to the Impala, and we're just gonna take it down this field. Just gonna take it down here. Red LED is pretty visible. We are almost down to that white car. So we're gonna go ahead and bring it back. Be aware in the third speed setting, you are going to lose, you're gonna lose a little bit of height and altitude. It is gonna drop a little bit. So here, and we are pretty much in the same base heading. We took off with the drone facing that way. This is not a GPS drone, but let's do 1 key return. There you go. As you can see, it returns back in the direction that it came from. It's returning on a base heading. It's not returning on a GPS location. We're gonna go ahead and press 1 key return again. And again, it's coming back on this base heading. If we switched the direction that we were flying out, it wouldn't come back to you because you wouldn't be in the same base heading. But really cool looking drone. There's a little look at the front, and again, you have a little headlight on there. We'll go ahead and see if we can, let's see here. Put the brakes on. So let me trim this out because I kind of want it to sit. So it's going right. Let's go ahead. There we go. We got that trimmed out pretty good. Let's go forward a little. And to the right a little. To the right a little. There we go. I think I got it trimmed out, guys. Go ahead and face me here. No, it's taking off again. Taking off that way again. Now there it seems to be sitting, and watch when I get to it, it'll move. No, there, that's almost perfectly trimmed out. A little bit of wind might affect that, where right now it is kind of moving and then it stops. But there's a really good look at this. You can get underneath it, bam. So really good look at that. And again, I'm not touching it for the most part. It's pretty much trimmed out here. So it's definitely, and as you can hear, it's really not loud. We're up close in it, and it's really not a loud drone. So again, what I said during the unboxing, this is going to be perfect for is maybe a drone FPV flying where we shouldn't. Maybe like inside or something, with the all-in-one camera on the top of it, flying FPV, where like at this juncture with that far away from me, I could barely hear the motors. And then as we get close to ourselves, we can start to hear the motors. It definitely has a little speed to it. Seems to be getting a good flight time, and again, that's a little funnel action for you. Let's try some flips. What we'll do here is we will press this button forward, press this button right, press this button left, press this button back, press this forward. Quick flipper. As quick as you can do that, it can flip. And I just wanted to gain a little bit of altitude on that last one. What is that? I wonder what that is, man. I don't know if this will transition over the camera, but there's a linear line right there, like 2 lights that are linear, and it's flying this way. It's very weird, like super weird. And here comes the car, so we're just gonna pan over this way. It's paying attention to our environment. And again, I have no clue what that is. Or no, maybe that's a plane, I guess. That's a plane, and the sun's reflecting against the side of it. It's the first time I've seen such a large plane flying by this way. A little look at the funnels up close in action for you guys. So this thing's getting good range. Definitely something I will be throwing an all-in-one camera on. And again, this is dirt cheap. These are dirt cheap. This ain't gonna break the bank, especially if, say you're new to the hobby. You're new to the hobby, you wanna get something if you fly into a wall and maybe you break it, which I don't know that this would break if we flew into a wall. Just about flew into myself. But let's go ahead and fly into a wall and see what happens. Since I'm talking about maybe a new person doing it, let's see if the drone withstands flying into a wall. Full speed. Here, we're gonna stand over here. Stand over here, and 3, 2, 1. Bam. Just flew into a wall. We got no broken propellers. Actually, what happened is our arm collapsed. Good feature that they don't lock in that tight, and the arm's not broken. Arm's not broken. We have blinky lights going on. Maybe that's like, hey, you crashed. because I doubt that's the LVC. Let's check. This arm needs to go back up. Yeah, that's just a blink to let you know. Hold on. All right, so learning. Propeller obviously popped up, so we should have pressed our propellers down. They're just gonna sit on this post here. Bam. Propellers down, propellers down, propellers down, and propeller is down. Let's go for trial run number 2 after smashing into a wall. Didn't have to calibrate any type of gyros, which we will sit this down. Let's do an auto land. Let's see if we can figure out how to calibrate the gyroscope. Lefts, nope. There we go. So hold bottom right. Both these sticks hold bottom right, and now to calibrate your gyroscope, which you should do after a crash. That way your gyro is completely level and didn't get too jarred. So that did well, flying right in that wall. It didn't break. The arm actually collapsed because they don't super lock into place, and we're back up in the air again. Durability test pass, man. So this, again, dude, super cheap. Link will be down below. If you guys want to check it out, definitely check it out. If you're looking for a present, maybe for your grandson, maybe for yourself, maybe for a young child, or if you have the skill set like I do and you just want to buy something cheap to knock around and throw all-in-one camera on it, I think this is going to be able to handle it. With as much power as this is seeming to output as far as speed-wise, this thing's probably going to be able to handle it. And the range on this will allow this to be able to fly, and we have a dedicated controller. We definitely have a dedicated controller so we can actually fly it, as opposed to it being app enabled, where we would get this far and then if we lost connection it would continue going forward, which I'm gonna go ahead and put that up pretty high there for something this small. And this is a smaller drone, it's a smaller foldable drone. We're still connected to it. I'm spinning, gonna fly forward, gonna fly backwards. So yeah, this thing's getting good range, guys. Whoa, easy. Okay, hold on, wait. So we might have a SEMA failsafe. If anybody has the new X8, well, it's not new, but the newer X8 HG, I think if we hold that left stick down for a couple seconds, it kills the motors temporarily, which we'll test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it didn't. So I wonder what that, maybe it's just coming down too quick. I was also holding forward, so that doesn't have a SEMA failsafe. So maybe that was something that I did flying, that it came down a little bit quicker than I would have liked it to. Things a little peppy, Whoop. Hold on, there we go. And again, third speed set, you are definitely losing a little bit of altitude if you're full nose down. Be aware of that. And we're going to just take off full forward here. And I see the white headlight, so it's definitely coming towards me. Bam. Seems to be getting a good flight time. This will be a full flight time test. I did just charge this battery. I wasn't messing around with the drone at all inside. When I plugged that battery in and turned it on, that was the first time that I turned it on. Little look at some funnels. Nope, I'm going up. There we go. Let's try to get underneath this and look at some funnels. That's why it was dropping. Low voltage. We have an LVC warning going off, which is a white light in the front blinking and your red light in the back blinking. But we're gonna run this until it decides to sit down. That way you guys know what's gonna happen. As of lately, I don't think I've seen any drones that just drop out of the sky. A year ago, that was pretty common with a lot of drones, that they would just drop out of the sky if you didn't land them immediately on that LVC. But we're gonna let it play out, because most of the case, the voltage will get so low that the drone will basically auto land itself, even if it's not in the programming, just because of the voltage being so low on it. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen here. And again, this is a very accurate assessment as far as how long this drone is going to fly. Proprietary, and there, I'm full throttle up, and essentially, bamzo, the drone can no longer fly, and then it shuts down the motors. Guys, I'm J Drone. If you have not subscribed, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button. LBLA foldable drone, right there, dude. That's epic. We're at 15 minutes. My windup couldn't have been 2 minutes, so this thing might have just saw a 12-minute flight time. That's epic. That means if we get an all-in-one camera on this thing's probably going to see 8 to 9, maybe a 10-minute flight time. Pretty solid. I'm going to go ahead and turn both of the devices off, the controller, the drone, maybe long hold, and then I believe your fronts go in first. Your fronts do go in first, so put your front arms in first, then put your back arms in, and bamzo, off you go. This they could, well, no, I was gonna say they could have made this a little bit smaller, but that wouldn't be ideal for people that have my size hands. This is actually a decent controller as opposed to a drone that's normally this size, where we see a controller where we're holding it like this and our thumbs are about that far apart. But all right, guys, if you haven't subscribed, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button. Any questions, comments down below. Link for this will be down below. Check it out. Later.